told you we were gonna lose, Jamal. I told you.
Oh, here we go.
You.
Somber Eric's had his boy up already.
I told you. I told you.
Hey, he's about to tell y'all to get Jones out of there, get Richardson in there, do everything else.
Welcome back to the Colts Cast. He is Jamal
game.
Lawrence. I am Eric Smith, your co-host of the Colts Cast.
What up?
The Indianapolis Colts taking L on the road, their first L of the season against the Los Angeles Rams. Lost 20-27. A lot to talk about here, Jamal. We're going to keep it concise today.
For sure.
Where do you want to get started?
Just hit the like and subscribe button. Drop a comment below. Let us know how you feel about this game. If this is your first time ever coming to the pod, drop your comments. Let us know how you feel about everything that's going on. If you are a repeat listener, welcome back. We had some comments from some people. Shout out to my boy Robbie, who said, he said Nacua was going to have a good game. We didn't really talk about it much, but I put a couple comments off the things saying that Nacua thrives against zone defenses, and he continued to do that today. But we'll discuss that here in just a second, Eric.
Bro had a career
13
game.
catches, a touchdown. I know.
170 yards.
Listen. No adjustments made. Listen,
let's talk about the losers of the day. Let's talk about the losers of the day.
Let's address the biggest elephant in the room. Let's just go ahead and get that out the way. A.D. Mitchell should not be coming home from Los Angeles. He should be staying in Los Angeles because he cost us 2 touchdowns today. I don't know how y'all feel about that.
That's two.
People dogged JT like crazy last year.
They did.
JT is the best running back in the league. He always has been the best running back in the league since he's been for the Colts. He made a mistake last year. People dogged him for that. A.D. Mitchell today had a chance to get his first NFL touchdown, I believe, and he just decided to, I don't know, not use his brain for 2 seconds and drop the ball. Just square out his hands. I mean, a gorgeous play from the beginning. All he had to do was just walk into the end zone, and it would have just been a great play. But he got cocky. He got too confident with what was going on. The lights got too bright for him. The sounds got too loud.
Get too bright. Like we know exactly what happened. Bro made a spectacular grab, a spectacular spin move, raced down the sidelines. Nobody was catching him, and he wanted to celebrate a yard too early. And I don't understand. Like, we just had this shit happen to us last season. Just take it into the end zone, then celebrate. Why do you gotta rub it in their mouths and just be like, "Yo, come get me, bro"? Like,
exactly.
And then he had a holding call on the JT touchdown, that 50-yard run,
which was another gorgeous play. I mean, can we talk about JT with that run just to get it called back? I'll be swinging on him in the locker room.
We don't even need the talent. Like, just let A.D. Mitchell walk. Like, just make a statement, Shane Steichen. Cut that man. Cut your losses. It's crazy because he was our leading receiver. I mean, I got some more losers.
Go ahead, talk to him. Let the people know.
Daniel Jones.
No, D. Jones look human today. He look human.
He's human. I would say he's a loser because again, like these high leverage moments, high leverage situations. Can you make that play? Can you not? I don't see it from Daniel Jones, man. And the arm talent wasn't there this game. I'm not sure if it really has been, but it was on display today. His first interception, underthrow. Just couldn't get in there.
Play.
I told y'all that man ain't got the arm like AR.
AR might have sailed it to the end zone though. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's call a spade with that.
Richardson had the deep ball last season. We got to give him that.
I give him that. I'm just saying there was an opportunity that would have sailed to the end zone.
Final drive, throws into double coverage. Probably could have fit it in there again, but it was still underthrown. It was off target. I don't know, man. It's the NFL. These are the type of games that we're going to see, from week to week. These 1-score games, these 2-minute drills, these got to have it moments, and you got to have a quarterback that can do it. We haven't been in that moment yet, so we haven't seen Daniel Jones in that moment. But to me, we've been dominant, and a lot of the haters have been talking about, look, we've played opponents, they're 1-8 total. I don't know, man. I guess the game would have been different if A.D. Mitchell walks in there. But I would say just from Daniel Jones was riding a high, like he was entering the MVP conversation. This I think firmly takes him out of it for the time being. That's why I think he's a loser today. Didn't, to me, put this offense over the top with his quarterback play. And that's all I'll say.
So I'll say that I think he's a loser for the day, but I'm not going to let 1 week tarnish the thing. Now, have we been playing some cupcakes? Have we been playing some cupcakes for sure? For sure.
I didn't say, let's get Fernando Mendoza in here. Let's get AR in here. I just said, hey.
You just said he's out of the MVP race. He's done.
I said for the time being he is.
Yeah. What? But yeah. So what I'm saying is that 1 week ain't gonna be the end all be all. Did he put the team on his back like we needed him to? No. However, what have we said about? And this is just a general question, not so much asking you, Eric, but just in general. What have we said we needed Jones to do? We needed him to just do enough to get us by. We've asked for him to do enough. We didn't ask for him to be great. We asked him to do enough. We've been fortunate from the past couple of weeks that he's had these opportunities to be great. And show that he can put the ball where it needs to be at times where it needs to be. But now today he was just Daniel Jones. He was human. And we saw that it didn't work. And of course, there's more than just Jones when it comes to this. We saw Bernard Ryman not do the hottest day today. I saw Tanner Bortolini get railroaded by Jared Verse. So it's not just on Jones. I mean, we talked about how this offense line has to definitely capitalize and take advantage of a very strong defensive line. And we saw these dudes just, and not every play was a Jared Verse freaking bulldozing through, because there was some like that overthrow that Jones did. He could have taken a nap at the Marriott here, flown back to the underthrow. I'm sorry.
I was about to say, he ain't got the arm to
but he could have taken a nap on the plane, came back home, ate a sandwich, got back to the game, and still had time to throw the ball off. So there were times where the protection was there, but also at the same token, there were times where these dudes would look like they were lost in transition, and it made a hell of a difference for this team today. This is the first opponent I feel like that really had us shook, so to speak. But what other loser you got?
Xavien Howard.
Let's talk about it. No adjustments made, boy.
Bro, I don't know, man.
Barbecue chicken. Shaq said.
My issue with Lou is like, I need our best cornerback on on their best wide receiver. That wasn't the case today. Travis Ward wasn't on Puka really at all. Mm-hmm. And I need you to shadow, like, we paid you top corner money. I need you to shadow the NFL's leading receiver. So that made me a little mad today. But Xavien Howard, go ahead and cut. I mean, that's like Jalen Jones needs to get healthy. Something needs to happen. Or Mekhi Blackman tripping on that last touchdown. He just fell to the turf. Got shot by the grass fair. It's just like, I need dogs in there in that secondary, and that just wasn't the case today. No matter how you slice it, if an opposing receiver has 170 yards through the air, I mean, cooked is an understatement. So it's just, it sucks. It sucks.
Yeah, it does. And like you said, you got to put your aces in your places with that. I mean, again, we can beat this dead horse over and over, but historically speaking, the player that balls out against zone is Puka, and the player that balls out against man is Adams. We know we play that zone. Lou should have known to put Ward on Puka, or at least made the adjustment come second half to put him on him to at least try to contain him a little more. Xavien Howard was getting crisped up the entire time, yet we still decided to repeat the same thing over and over and expect a different result. The definition of insanity. And again, this is not an indictment against Lou or against this team because it's only 1 week. However, this team today looked human, and it's just reminiscent of I think it's more like flashbacks to what we saw last year. We're just like, yo, we saw how fast it derailed. And I don't think it's going to derail this much, but you have to stay not only level headed, but you have to stay ahead of the curve. And that's what I think scares me with this team is that, again, we talked about coming into this game, undefeated. How do you prepare? How do you decide you want to be the best team you can be? How do you go into this game and not be like, well, we're here, we're doing better than we thought we were. Let's go out there and have a good time. We obviously missed the presence of Kenny Moore. I don't know how much more he would have been able to do, but we missed those leaders on the field. So I think it's a situation where the Colts had to get a little humble. They had to get humbled a little bit, and now we realize what's going on. It's time to go back to the room and play and go to practice with a meaning, not just show up to practice, but actually go there with a meaning and prepare for what's coming up for the future weeks. Because the season obviously is nowhere near over. But let's be clear that we want to see this team firing on all cylinders, because once one cylinder blows, then you got other parts of the engine working overtime. And once other parts working overtime, it's gonna go down fast.
Yeah, this team it got humbled. Road game against a really good team from a really good division. I mean, that team was, I think, every single team in that division in the NFC West was over 500 heading into week 4. So, like, this isn't, a cakewalk. These dudes were just in the Super Bowl a few years ago. But the Colts, they, like you said, Jamal, they looked human today. Daniel Jones looked human. Very humbling game. Felt like we had the dub just kind of caked up. I really think we could have taken this, even, JT having, I won't even say a subpar day. It's subpar day on box score, but really he was over 100 yards. He had a touchdown, yada, yada. I mean, the holding was, that's AD, but I mean, Nick Cross looked really good today. I'm just going to go some quick hitters. Like DeForest Buckner looked unstoppable as usual, getting double teamed. Tyler Warren, easily, I want to say best tight end in the NFL. Like I want to already say it. Like, he looks that good. He should have had a bigger day, but every time he would get a catch in the second half, there would be a flag. I don't know, man. Josh Downs was getting some good grabs. It was a fun game. Shout out to Rigoberto Sanchez for being an elite punter when he has to punt. He had a really good punt on his first punt, I think, first or second. But I don't know. What you got, Jamal?
I mean, again, it's one game, and I'm glad this happened because, again, we need it. And it happened against a legitimate contender. Like we saw what the Rams did last week. We knew what the Rams were going to be going into this week. This is not an easy team. They play to their competition. They figure out a way each and every week to squeak out the W whenever they can. This was a test that the Colts needed to understand what we need to do moving forward. And I'm glad that we got this humbling earlier on in the season rather than riding some crazy high where we have a golden opportunity to be like 6-0 and we go into Los Angeles and take this L, because then I think it's a little bit of a different story. So this loss comes in early. We got players who are out. We got to get players who are healthy back on the field. We got players who really going to realize, hey, what it means, because this is a mental game. Of course, AD with the fumble, then of course AD with the hold. Those are mental things that happen. Is it going to happen to him again? I don't know. I like to think that it won't happen, but these are the issues. Whenever they happen to you as a player, you have to figure out a way to bounce back. And this is a collective effort. It's not just this game does not fall on one person, even though AD is the de facto like mess up in this game. There were other pieces of the puzzle that also failed as well. So they have to figure out a way to even the small ones that didn't necessarily cost us the game. They had a negative output to where it led us in the game. So this team has got a nice long week of practice, figure out what's going on, and let's get ready for next week and play against the Raiders.
Got a lot of good pressure on Stafford. Had 9 QB hits today. Latu was back there. A lot of people were back there. We were really getting to the quarterback. Like I said, man, I thought defense played a hell of a game up until I guess that last ramp draw.
Yeah.
But hey, we'll get them next week, right?
That's right. Yeah. It's a fresh start.
I hope so.
What's your boy Frank Wright said? 1-0 each week.
I'll be singing a different tune, boy, if we 3-2. That's all I got.
I'm gonna be calling for somebody's head come then. That's all I got.
Hey, that's gonna be it for us, everyone. Thank you for listening to the Colts Cast. We are live on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or any platform you use to listen to podcasts. And we'll be back next time to give you some more Indianapolis Colts content. Y'all take care.
Take it easy.